My name is Clarke. On behalf of the Board of Directors, I'd like to welcome you to our annual public meeting. This meeting is one of the many ways that we account to the community. I'd like to start by noting that the Airport Authority is a private, not-for-profit corporation. We don't have equity shareholders, and therefore we do not distribute any revenue as dividends. All earnings are reinvested in the business of the airport. And we're a community-based and community-driven entity to produce results for our customers and our community, obviously. And I'd like to start by introducing our board. We have 14 members who will appear before you shortly by the magic of technology. 9 of them are appointed by outside bodies called nominating entities, and 4 of our directors are appointed by the entire board from the community at large. My fellow directors are Larry Berg, the President and CEO of the Authority, George Cadman, who is one of the nominees of the Government of Canada, Peter Dillon is the nominee of the City of Richmond, Rhys Eaton is the nominee of the Institute of Chartered Accountants, Rusty Gopel is also chosen from the community at large, Graydon Hayward is the nominee of the Vancouver Board of Trade, Carol Kerfoot, the nominee of the Law Society. Philip Owen is the nominee of the City of Vancouver. Wilson Parasiuk is appointed by Metro Vancouver. John Watson is appointed by the Association of Professional Engineers and Geoscientists of British Columbia. Don't ask me for the acronym, I don't know how to pronounce it. And Peter Webster is the second of our federal government nominees. Now, speaking of directors, I'd like to take a minute to recognize a director who is retiring from our board today. Bruna Giacomazzi has, for the past 12 years, served this company and this airport with distinction. Her contributions are not only numerous, but varied. She was chair of the Finance and Audit Committee for 3 years. For 4 years, she was the chair of the Commercial Development Committee. And were that not enough, she has also served on other board committees and task forces that have dealt with the issues that confront us every day, including capital projects, human resources and compensation, and most recently, the preparations for the 2010 Olympic and Paralympic Games. And Bruna never took responsibility for being a director lightly. For every meeting, all directors knew that we could count on Bruna's contribution in the form of very candid comments. Her experience gained in banking, her knowledge from other boards, has all contributed to the success of this airport and made sure that we've explored every option to achieve excellence. Bruna would be the first to say that one doesn't serve on this board for recognition. But as one of our longest-serving directors, I hope, Bruna, if you don't mind, I would just this once give you some of that public recognition that you deserve, and I would ask everybody to join me in applauding you. A couple of weeks ago, I announced that I was stepping down as chair. It's been a privilege to serve this authority, and in more than a few capacities, I must say. I will stay on as a director and chair the subsidiary. I look forward to that, YVR Airport Services. But as I announced a couple of weeks ago, I'm stepping down from the role of chair of YVR. Building on strength from our own team has always served the authority well. So I'm pleased to tell you that the Board of Directors has elected as its next chair a director who over the past 6 years has led committees and task forces, a director with senior executive experience, most notably in the airline industry. Yes, I'm pleased to make the announcement that next year the person who will be standing here in my stead to host this meeting as board chair will be Mary Jordan. I have 2 more duties which I will perform swiftly. I'd like to introduce today's agenda. Don Ernholtz will provide an update on the 2009 operations, as well as a report on our capital program. I'm going to upstage him here by saying that all our snow removal equipment and all that, ice fighting stuff really worked well. We got no snow during the Olympics. Worked like a charm. He's reading the manuals now to make sure that he in fact got it right the first time. Glenn McCoy will walk you through the 2009 financial results. And Larry Berg, our CEO, will talk about our performance during the 2010 Olympic and Paralympic Games and some lasting legacies. I expect Larry will say today what he has said in private: the whole airport, every airline, every agency, every retailer, every restaurant, every employee, and every volunteer pulled together in a remarkable way. The 2010 Winter Games were a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for us all to shine, and shine you did. As one of the partners in this huge effort, may I say congratulations and thank you to everybody for the excellent, excellent effort. My last item is to formally present you with our 2009 Annual and Sustainability Report. As this title implies, this year we have combined the two reports into one. A suggestion made at this meeting a few years ago was that we post the report, including our financial statements, on our corporate website ahead of the meeting, and we have done just that. And after this presentation, of course, you get a chance to ask your questions if you have any, or make suggestions or comments. They could be kind comments too, just to let you know that. This year we decided to try and save paper and generate less waste by not printing the whole report. And we've done a summary brochure, which is available at the back of the room. And if you prefer to work with a printed version, just let us know and we'll print one copy for you. Many folks, including me, prefer to work with the online version, and this year we have tried to make it easier to navigate by providing highlights and direct links to the detailed reports for each of our 4 sustainability sections, those being economic, environment, governance, and social, as well as the consolidated and non-consolidated financial statements. We welcome your feedback on the annual report, and we continually try to improve the way in which we report to you. So anything you can tell us to aid us in that objective will be much appreciated. Before I introduce Don, I want to note that after the formal presentations, as I just said, the meeting goes over to you. We'll answer your questions and welcome any comments that you may wish to share.